G'day guys, welcome to oztooltalk. Tonight we are playing around with a brand new Milwaukee Gen 2 FUEL Impact Driver, the M18 FID. It's a smoky. It's quite small, really narrow in the top. It's a short unit, not the shortest on the market, but it is short. Got a couple of ripping features in it, one that's on it and ready to go, another one that's to be launched. And Dwayne, the numbers man, will give us some information on it.
That's right. So first up, apart from a nice thin head, as Mike talked about, this thing's now got a fourth mode, and that's your self-tapping mode. So we tested this into some 1.2mm aluminium sheet. Both just thread through the sheet, and also with some pine behind it. And this mode is just awesome.
It is really good for guys that are doing corrugated, your colour bond fencing, doing your roofing on, that sort of stuff. You're going into C channel and H channel. Really cracking unit. What it does is it utilises all the speed of the impact driver, which we all love, the self-tapping of it. As soon as it goes through that metal, it actually senses that and it'll slow it down a little. So it just allows you that extra second to take your finger off the trigger as it finishes or as it's just about to bed in.
That's right.
So it's quite a handy thing. If anyone's done that sort of stuff regularly, you'll know how many screws you've stripped going through sheet iron or aluminium sheet, that sort of thing.
Top screws missing the timber and the bottom screws going into the timber.
Essentially what it does, I mean, these guys aren't the first ones to do it, but it certainly works really well on this unit.
Really well.
It allows us as stupid humans to use every little bit of that speed and power of the unit.
That's right.
Because he goes, you know what, it's all good because I'm going to slow you down a little bit.
That's right, and that's with holding the trigger down. You're not having to adjust your trigger at all.
No.
So we really like that. That's the fourth mode, and the modes on the new FUEL are adjustable with an electronic button. Nice and easy to use. Now, the real standout on this unit is power. It's the first impact driver I've ever seen that's claimed over 200 Newton meters.
203.
Outstanding. So that's in third speed. In second, it's got 80 Newton meters, and in first, 26 Newton meters. Really like the top speed as well. On the third is 3,000 RPM. So we really like fast impact drivers.
Well, we noticed it, especially when we're punching into this and the pine. It punched them in pretty fast. Alrighty, so for a bit of a bugle test, we got just some standard pine, old structural radiator. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's either a Jarrah or red gum, but it is out of control. You'll hear the hammer there. It sounds like it's hitting steel. So
we tested it out against a leading impact driver from another brand that sort of has about 170 Newton meters. And it really creamed it.
Raised it.
The numbers aren't lying. It is that next step up in power again. So that's pretty impressive. What else did we test? Well, so apart from the pine, we also went into this ridiculously dense hardwood.
This piece of timber, I don't know what it is, guys. It's been in my shed for years, and like honestly, I struggle to lift up this block of timber here. It's ridiculous. We left them because as we were reversing them out straight away, they were actually popping. The air pocket was exploding because it was putting that much heat in it because it punched them in quick. So we left them for about a minute, and we actually can't get them out now. So we couldn't show that, but this is an insanely piece of hard timber, and this unit, absolutely no dramas. Mainly you're going to be using it obviously in structural pines. Houses and all that are made out of the standard radiator pine
and stuff as well.
And this is going to have no dramas with it. So that was a 75mm bugles into this. So if you're punching 100mm even bugles all day, every day, into pine and LVL, not a drama. Easy.
No, you're not going to struggle at all. No. What we did want to do, the only way that we knew how to test the torque on this unit was to go out in the garage. We had to play with the lug nuts on Mike's boat. So we got our first ever digital torque adapter.
So thank you very much to Discount Trader for that too. Sorry, he provided that for us. So thank you very much for that.
Good unit, that one actually, and the link's in the description. And so we used the big breaker bar, and we tightened the lug nuts down to those various settings: 26, 80 Newton meters, and then 203 Newton meters. This unit did not have any trouble spinning the lug nuts off for those settings. No, it did it really easy. So in the reverse, the nut busting torque totally there as claimed. Going forward, trying to drive the nuts tight, it wasn't able to deliver that 203 Newton meters.
No matter what we did, we tried nut after nut after nut. So it can certainly get you out of the trouble.
Yeah.
Because when it didn't, Dwayne was the one that was doing it, and when it didn't tighten it up to that, he got the breaker and actually pulled it up to the 200, and I think you got to do about 202 Newton meters. This thing ripped it off, absolutely no dramas.
Yeah.
Straight off, couple of rattles and it was off. It just couldn't, in forward mode, actually lock them on at the 203 as claimed.
No.
But it certainly gets them off, no dramas.
No, that's right. And it was quite a bit short of that. It was maybe like 120 Newton meters or something.
Yep.
But that's not what the impact drivers are made for.
No.
They're not made for doing up, large sockets, especially with an adapter that also twists and you lose some of your torque.
Yeah.
It's really made for driving big screws and such, like we did here.
Yep.
And it performed really admirably in those sensors.
Yeah, absolutely. One other really good thing, guys, that's coming out with this, Dwayne's got all the bits and pieces on it, but something really cool that Milwaukee are bringing out is called a system called One Key.
That's right.
Now, there's a lot of guys, a lot of companies that have got stuff ready to go, and I think even in their tools, they just haven't flicked the switch.
Yeah.
So Milwaukee's got One Key. It's about to be launched in Australia. It's not on the App Store yet. We checked it, but what this does is it has the ability to track and fully control this tool.
Yeah, it's really cool. They sort of have 3 points to it. One's inventory management, so keep track of your tools, especially for big companies and big suppliers with multiple sites. It's got tool reporting, so you can check out sort of what sort of work it's been doing, get a history on it, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Most excitedly for us, tool control.
Yeah, the tool control is cool. What it does is it allows you to predetermine some settings.
Yeah.
So if you're working on commercial sites, you've got a particular board, have a think about some of the substrates that are used now. They've got very specific settings you need to use to actually lock some of this stuff on. So if you've got anything like that on your site, you can dial into your app or onto your laptop and go, you know what, you guys, all those 6 impact drivers you've got, they're now sitting at 48.5 Newton meters.
That's right.
You can set speeds, that sort of
and
stuff.
1500 RPM.
Yep.
Because that's perfect for driving what we need to do.
Yep.
So I think that's really cool. So the system's not in Australia yet, but the impact driver and the new Gen 2 range of fuels are all ready to use it as soon as they turn that live. So that's pretty exciting. A couple other little specs. It's 1 kilo without the battery, 1.7 kilos with the 5 amp hour batteries.
Yep.
All the Gen 2 stuff comes with 5 amp hour batteries.
Yep.
It's got your belt hook, nice and sturdy. It's got a little bit holder on the side.
Yep. It's got your standard bibs and bobs.
Yep. So we like that. Really, when it comes down to it, it's just a powerhouse.
Yeah.
We just love for the size, for the package that it's in.
Yep.
It just really.
I don't see anything changed on the Gen 2 that shouldn't have been changed.
Is this new rubber cone on the front new?
Yeah, I think that's new. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only
quite
kind
a
of
different one. It's not like a soft rubber. There's another brand that we won't talk about at the moment that it was like a silicon thing that fell off all the time.
Yeah.
It was more of a pain in the backside than anything else. So that actually feels fairly tight.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything crazy to the outside of it just for the sake of it.
No, it's the same handle. But
basically, it's comfy, it's small, it's light, the triggers and all that's still good, but they have beefed this thing up with power and also dropped the size down remarkably.
Yeah, and also got that 3000 RPM in there, which we really, really like, high-speed impact drivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great for self-tapping, great for driving in bugles and decline and such. So
yeah, nice.
Really good. So anyway, go have a look at one of these and the rest of the Gen 2 range, which we're getting through slowly with our reviews.
Yep.
And yeah, let us know what you think. Please tell us, comment, subscribe if you like what we're doing. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
So we're on 80 Newton meters.
Yep. Okay. So now going to torque this up to 80 until we hear the beep. There it is.
Torqued up to 80.
And now on second speed, the impact driver, the new Gen 2 fuel, is rated to 80 meters.
80 Newton meters.
80 Newton meters, so we'll see if I can undo it.
Yes, I can. Yep, straight away.
A few clicks.
So that seemed about right. Few whacks there.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to torque it up to 80.
Yep.
And see if it can torque in forward.
Yep.
As well. So I'll just spin this out. So that socket stopped moving. Yep. So that's as far as it can take this in second speed.
Now we'll check if it torques off.
Yes, now we'll see
still set at 80.
Should be set at 80. We'll see how much. So I've just passed 80.
Yep.
It's just moved there on 109.
So 109. So whether we've overcooked it, holding on for too long.
109.4 newton meters.
Yep.
So it was moving then.
Yep.
So it's only going to take less torque from then. So it's actually been able to torque that nut down.
Second speed.
Yeah, in second speed over its rated 80 newton meters.
Yep.
Last test I want to do is, can it undo as much as it can tighten?
Yep.
So. Guess it's as tight as it can go. Yep. See if we can back it off again.
Yep. Excellent. So as long as it can.
Yeah.
Get
So,
itself out of strife.
that was tricky for it. So I think its forward and reverse torque seem to be quite similar.
Yep. Excellent.
That's good. Okay, so in third speed, the impact driver is rated to 203 newton meters. This torque gauge only goes up to 200 newton meters, so that's as far as we'll be able to test.
Yep.
So firstly, meters. Okay, so looks like I actually got up to 205.7 there. Yep. It's a little bit hard to control.
Yep. So we're just over, so if this takes it off, this is rated at 203 newton meters.
That's right. I'm going to put it in third speed.
Does it easy.
Wow.
That did it easy.
No problem at all.
That did it almost too easy.
Yeah. So it's just taken off higher than its rated torque.
Yep.
Now we'll see if it can torque up.
Yep.
And forward.
Which obviously we're going to max out at 200 with the torque wrench anyway.
That's right. Okay. And then we'll see.
So this should max out at 200, and then you'll release it after that point.
That's right.
Because this thing kicks out at 200.
No, I've actually undone that at 167. So let's
go again.
Let's try again.
Do a different nut.
Yeah, that's good. We'll do a different nut. As much as it can do in third speed. It's been able to undo that quite easily. Nowhere near 200. So let's torque that up. Getting close. Oh. That's torqued up to 200.
And now to undo it.
So we have previously been able to undo it with. Let's just double check our batteries still. Yeah, full batteries. Okay, so it can
undoes it. But it's easy.
Yeah, yes, no problem undoing it. But it looks like that's a nut busting torque.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it can actually
do up at 200 at the moment.
We'll just try that one more time. See it moving?
Saw that moving.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay, isn't it? That's just. Okay, can't get any tighter than that.
Needs to take it almost 200 to get it undone.
does that get up to?
I don't know.
Certainly, it didn't even make any of its initial beep, so
No.
it wasn't even above about.
It was like 120s or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
What's wrong with that?
So it seems that I think this is not uncommon actually for impact drivers. It's got, the ratings seem to be for busting in reverse. I don't think it's got quite that much torque
Going up.
going forwards on third speed. In second and first speed, it did. It was easily able to do up to its capacity.
Yep.
But last test will prove that it will definitely easily be able to reverse off what it does forwards.